Spirituality and faith is probably the most personal of all the life areas. In fact, we have an entire program called The Ultimate Source based on it. But for today's segment, I want to talk to you about the foundation of all spirituality and faith, and that is forgiveness. This is not about religion, it's about relationship. And you know what's amazing? After working with thousands of people, you know who we need to forgive the most? Ourselves. So don't leave yourself out as I go over this information. Apply it to yourselves as well. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is what I call the 3 levels of forgiveness. They are head, heart, and hand. Just because there's 3 stages of forgiveness doesn't mean you have to do all 3. It simply means the more you do, the more freedom and joy you will have. The other important point to remember is that just because you say that you will forgive does not mean you're saying what happened is okay. It simply means you're saying, I won't be a prisoner to this pain anymore. The first stage is head forgiveness. This is simply making a decision, I choose to forgive. It literally is just as simple as deciding. Remember, you're simply saying, I will not be a prisoner to this pain anymore. The second stage is heart forgiveness. Now, I don't deny that this takes a little longer and probably takes a little divine intervention. Now, I can tell you, when you ask for that divine intervention, and bigger than that, you ask, what is the lesson that I can learn out of this pain and hurt? That is when you know that you have had heart forgiveness. The third stage is called hand forgiveness. And what this means is you actually extend a hand to restore the relationship. Now, I'm not saying this is safe with everyone, but many times as you take this stage on, you will have restoration that you can't even believe. Literally, it is saying, not only do I forgive you, not only do I see the lesson, but I want to restore our relationship to a new level. My ex-husband ended up in a long-term relationship with one of my very best friends. And boy, did we learn some lessons together. We learned that hurt people hurt people. And we forgave in our heads and our hearts, but we also have extended a hand of friendship and redefined our relationship. Now here's the amazing part. We did this not only for the sake of our kids, but because ironically, the history and our love for each other. Freedom and new life is possible. So what is your action step? Think of who you're willing to forgive. Think of who you can say in your head, I make the decision to forgive you. And then who knows, maybe your heart and hand will follow.